everybody, new video from Big Apple Pipes. Today I'm in a very historical place, iconic, famous all over the world, one of the UNESCO heritage site. It is a place in which if you happen to travel to Italy, you really have to come, not too far off from Rome. And I'm obviously talking about Villa Adriana in Tivoli, just outside of Rome. This beautiful villa. It's unbelievable to think this is really almost 2000 years old, even it may sound as a cliche, but it's just unbelievable, and also the day is amazing. So this is just an improvised video because I don't even have with me the tobacco I want to talk about this week, which is the MacBaren vintage Latakia. That is available also in the United States, I think in the tin. It is available in Germany in a tin, but in Italy it arrives in a pouch, and it is a very cheap blend in Italy. It's a tobacco of which I don't have a very positive idea about, because when I smoked it a few years ago, I was not very happy. I was not very persuaded, because when I smoked it after a few days, a few weeks of having the pouch open, all the aromas of Latakia just disappeared. So in my head, I have this feeling that probably the ingredients used were not the best, but who knows? It's time to try it again. I hope not to have it to throw it away as I did with the 965, because it was really unsmokable for me. This should be different. I have a very high opinion of MacBaren, so it's time to give it another chance, another trial, and see how it is. It used to be vintage Syrian with Syrian tobacco, but since Syrian tobacco, Syrian Latakia, but since Syrian Latakia is no longer available, now it contains Cyprian Latakia. It is not a typical, classical workbook English mixture, because it contains also Burley, so it's Virginia, Oriental, Latakia and Burley for added body. But it's really time to go have a look at the pouch, have a look at how the tobacco is, and just smoke it and see if it is better than how it was when I smoked it several years ago. Let's go. Here it is, an improvised unboxing in the car, so I apologize for the light and the location, but there's really not much more to say. The pouch is pretty elegant. Also the tin is very elegant with this dark gray with the MacBaren logo in the background. Nothing else. There's not much written on the outside, but when we open the pouch, I just open it for the Italian version, there is a nice description: choice selections of Virginia, Burley, Orient and Latakia from Cyprus are skillfully blended. The Virginia and Burley tobaccos support the clearly smoky Latakia note, and the Orient adds slight spicy dimension to the overall taste. Like all HH blends, it has only an absolute minimum of casing and no top flavor at all. The taste comes from the leaf itself. It is interesting because as soon as I opened the pouch, the entire, interior cockpit, how you call it, of the car was, overwhelmed by this Latakia flavor, and it is actually the only thing that you notice when you smell it. You feel this woody smokiness typical of Latakia, and nothing else. The color is pretty nice, I must say. It's very, very nice. It's a nice mix of light brown and dark black, so it's a nice mix of Latakia, Oriental, Burley and Virginia, I will say. It seems to be, if the black is Latakia, there is a lot of Latakia. But, in the past I didn't really like this tobacco. Now it's time to try it again and see if it is better than what I remember. So, let's see. So, here it is. It has been a pretty nice week. As you can tell, I am back in New York, and this tobacco accompanied me with it during this trip from Italy back to here. It's been an interesting exercise to me, because as I had mentioned before, it is a tobacco that I didn't lose anything. I had tried in the past, and of which I didn't have a very high consideration, or a very high opinion. It was pretty, low average, mediocre kind of tobacco for what I remembered. And I have to say that my opinion is slightly different now. And this is due to the fact that I liked it actually. Okay, I will give it a solid 6 out of 10. So it's not like a great English mixture. It's not a memorable tobacco by any mean. There is not a huge evolution. It's pretty simple. A lot of smokiness, a lot of Latakia. There is some sweetness to it, especially in the first half of the bowl, and it's quite soft and round, which I appreciated. And then again, there is no evolution, very little evolution. Tends to go sour towards the end, which is also pretty common with average English mixture. For the price it costs in Italy, it's one of the cheapest price you can buy in Italy. You cannot really complain. It is not bad. It's definitely better than the Daniel 965 that I threw in the bin. This one I actually enjoyed it, smoking it. Same thing, it's better than the Nightcap. So yeah, it's not as good as the MacBaren HH Latakia Flake. That is way better. It's a very nice English mixture. This is, even if on paper the recipe seems to be the same, it is not. This is way plainer, if it is a word. Latakia Flake is much richer and interesting in terms of flavors and evolution. This is not the case, but yeah, solid 6 out of 10 overall. I liked it, cannot complain. I'm not sure if I will buy it ever again, because I prefer getting more interesting tobacco, but I will not despise it anymore as I used to. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Very curious to read what you think about it. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you soon. It's getting very cold here actually. We're getting ready for a snowstorm. But I will go through it with the tobacco we'll talk about next week. I'll see you soon. Bye.